Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my combination book of poetry and history, and a thought for the day on top. If you go to the Poetry Changes Lives website, you can read more. Well, on this day in 1491, a long time ago, the future King Henry VIII of England was born. Well, he, by all accounts, was a pretty monstrous man. He started off pretty well. He was a pretty popular, active young man, very much a ladies' man. He married his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, quite young. He was in his 20s. He never thought he'd be king because his elder brother was obviously due to take the throne, but he tragically died of some illness, and Henry found himself in charge. And his elder brother was in fact was betrothed to Catherine of Aragon. I think I'm right in saying she agreed to marry him instead, and so they were married. But Henry was obsessed with the succession, and he was unable to have a son with Catherine of Aragon. She gave him a daughter who later became Queen Mary, and she was, by all accounts, a most admirable, lovely person who she seems to really have never stopped loving Henry VIII, despite the fact he repeatedly tried to divorce her and treated her really pretty badly all the time. But she loved him. Henry, for most of his reign, was obsessed with this obsession which came to be known at the court as the King's Great Matter, and this led him to take 6 wives in total, 2 of whom were beheaded for certainly supposed adultery. Whether they actually had committed adultery or not, we don't know. But this poem I'm going to read is from that era, 15th century, sort of, you could say, late Middle Ages, Tudor period, possibly a tiny bit later, but it's beautiful sentiment of love, written, I think, by a woman, but it may have been written by a man. But I suppose it could have been written by Catherine of Aragon. It shows a great sentiment of a really deep love of one person for another. I think it is one of those heart-stopping, beautiful, old poems that really, really speak in a voice of truth and beauty from hundreds of years ago. I absolutely love this. It has been set to music, but it's a wonderful poem too. Since first I saw your face. Since first I saw your face, I resolved to honour and renown you. If now I be disdained, I wish my heart had never known you. What I that loved you, and you that liked, shall we begin to wrangle? No, 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 my heart is fast, and cannot disentangle. The sun, whose beams most glorious are, rejecteth no beholder, and your sweet beauty past compare made my poor eyes the bolder. Where beauty moves and wit delights, and signs of kindness bind me, there, oh there, where'er I go, I leave my heart behind me. If I desire or praise you too much, that fault you may forgive me. Or if my hands had strayed but a touch, then justly might you leave me. So beautiful. There's an air of real sadness about it too. It really would fit if Catherine of Aragon had written that, but who knows? We'll never know, I think. Today I will try myself to be true and steadfast in all my relationships. Thank you for listening.